How many are you making?
I'll appreciate it if everybody starts asking the questions a bit slower because I don't have enough time. I've only made one for boaster so far.
Oh, he's making them all sandwiches.
It is vegetarian.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Champions Istanbul pre-event press conference. Today, we are joined by Ye from OpTic Gaming, Boaster from Fnatic, Ben Kai from PaperX, and Taco Leah from Leviatán. Members of the media had the option to pre-submit questions or ask them live. We'll begin with pre-submitted questions first. All right. First question goes to Boaster from IGN Middle East. What do you think about the growth of the esports side of the Valorant game?
I think the growth from the esports side of the Valorant game has been increasing each event. I think the overall fan base is going up and up, and it's great to see. And I'm looking forward to the future years and what's coming next, honestly.
Guys.
All I can say is that, it's just really exciting to see all the fans kind of cheering and coming to these events and like even in the Twitch chats and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, keep it up, everyone. Woohoo!
Thank you. Next question goes to Ye from Run It Back. What are your thoughts on longevity as a roster and how that has shaped your VCT 2022 run?
I mean, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. It sucks that I wasn't able to join them for Iceland, but the fact that as a roster that we've all made the land since then and have established ourselves as the best North American team, I mean, I can't complain, you know, and I hope it goes, continues to look up for us and we continue to bring home championships, but yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Next question goes to Ben Kai from the Spike GG.
What is he doing?
Despite reaching the grand finals at Copenhagen, you were unable to take home the title. With the team being well rested and COVID-free this time around, do you think you could bridge that gap and win?
I think anything can happen between these events, and we're coming into this event with the same mentality that we always had, which is just not expecting to win.
Literally making a sandwich, bro.
We're just gonna see how far that mentality is gonna take us, because the last time we had that mentality, it took us to the grand final. So obviously, like something we are doing is working. So we're just gonna keep doing that.
What is happening?
Thank you. Next question goes to Boaster from AFK Game. Who do you think is a dark horse of the tournament, and which team are you looking forward to taking on the most?
The dark horse of the tournament. I'm trying to think of every team in this tournament now. I honestly don't know who the dark horse is, because I think every team is like, every team should have that respect of being a champion team, because the reason that they're at this event is because they believe that they can win it anyway. So I don't know who the dark horse is. People would say like EDG because it's their first event and they're coming from we've never seen them before. But honestly, I think I've watched them play and I don't think they're a dark horse. I think they're pretty good.
To say China?
So,
what the fuck?
And then what was the second question? Sorry.
The second part was, how do you feel about your? Oh, sorry. Which team are you looking forward to taking on the most?
They're from China,
I'd say I'd love to take on any team that's beaten us in the past. And obviously it'd be fun to play against OpTic for once, since we
keep dodging each other.
Yeah, exactly. We keep dodging each other. And I think I want El Diablo versus El Durka. So I think that would be pretty fun.
Yes, life will be
great. All right. Next question also goes to Boaster from the Spike GG. You've always wanted to lift the trophy on the international stage, and after recent performances, you look closer than ever. How do you feel about your chances this time around?
So this time around, I'm trying not to think about lifting the trophy, because every event I'm like, yeah, I believe that we can win it. And then we ended up not even getting to the final. So I think for this event, I'm just going to take it game by game and just be like, okay, we got 100 Thieves first. Let's give nature a reason to kind of remember me. And we'll see how it goes from there, and then we just kind of go through each game there. But I think we're looking pretty good. I say that every event we're looking pretty good. But hopefully, like when we get onto that stage, we can just really enjoy the moment and perform like we kind of want to.
Great. Next question goes to Ye from the Spike GG. OpTic has been the most consistent team in both regional and international competitions. What element of the team's gameplay or chemistry is essential to this success?
His food.
Probably our ability to adapt to the current meta at hand, because I think what a lot of teams kind of struggle with in general is they're good for like a meta or two, and then when there's a major shift in it, whether it be with like new agents or nerfs or buffs, usually they're pretty slow to it. So I think with us, we're always trying to experiment. We're always trying to do our own unique style and play, and I think that is probably the main reason why we've had such consistency.
Awesome. So that is all of the pre-submitted questions for this press conference. We will now open the floor to questions from remote media. Please use the Zoom hand raise feature if you'd like to ask a question, and we will call on you when it is your turn. First question from Declan at Dexerto.
Hi, my question is for Benkai. What sandwiches are you making and how many are you making?
I'll appreciate it if everybody starts asking the questions a bit slower because I don't have enough time. I've only made one for boaster so far.
Oh, he's making them all sandwiches.
It is vegetarian.
Okay. Oh, well, I'll have a bite then.
He's making them all sandwiches.
Okay, so I plan to make one for everyone. So please go slower, guys.
I love him.
I'll have a bite just out of curiosity.
Brilliant.
Imagine if I can't even play this event anymore. It's food poison me.
You trying to sabotage us? Food poisoning?
Thank God, I've only got one pair of trousers and the juice is leaking on them. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Great. Okay. Next question is from Alan.
Hey, hi, boaster. I don't know if you remember me. Yeah, it's
Alan
from
Guy?
China. Yeah. So
Hello.
I hope so we still have the time for the what we have been talking about for an interview or an podcast. But so is it really delicious about the sandwich?
It's not bad actually. I think Benkai does have a future after gaming if he decides to retire from it. That's for sure.
Okay, so another serious question maybe. A lot of person expect a lot from you and your team, and maybe especially apac, because he's kind of, I think, I wouldn't like to say he choked in the last event, but yes, he didn't perform as good as he was in the emea. So do you think this will be a better chance for him and for your team?
Yeah, so I think in the previous events we had two new players with Enzo and Alfia coming into the team, and I don't think they kind of realized the expectations and the pressure of like what expectations and having kind of a big support group does to a player. So I'd say for this event, for Alfia, it was his first event. For Enzo, it was kind of like dealing with all those sort of emotions. So I'd say yeah, I think the team wasn't like, we keep gaining
Recording
experience.
in progress.
We keep gaining experience, but I'd say we are ready for this event. Like Copenhagen was literally like last month. We've kind of talked to each other, said the pros and cons of kind of like what we thought about each other that event and what we could have done more and whatnot. And yeah, this event, the practice has been going well. We're all pretty positive. Yeah, I'm feeling like Alfia, especially in front of his home crowd. We want to get him there, and that'll be really lovely experience for him too. And yeah, with all the other boys, they're putting in the work, and so even if it doesn't work out, so be it. You know, it doesn't matter. In the end of the day, we'll hopefully qualify for another event. But in case this is the last event, we're just going to try and enjoy it as much as we can, and hopefully that includes lifting the trophy. But I guess we'll see.
Yes, thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you.
Next question from AFK Gaming.
Hi, my question is for Benkai. PaperX was APAC's first Master Grand finalist, and you set the standard pretty high for the region. Do you think there's an added pressure on the team since you are incredibly close to winning Masters Copenhagen?
I wouldn't think so. Like everybody is saying
control the ads.
stuff
Fucking idiots.
Like I'm hearing things like, oh, you got fourth and then you got second. Surely you're gonna get the champions next, right? So I've heard that a few times, and I don't think that's the case. We are still not expecting to win the entire tournament. And if we do, that's great. And if we don't, we're okay with that. We're just hoping to set a better example for the APAC teams moving forward. And I just hope that APAC as a region can perform as well as we did in the last few
I love
events.
you all, really.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
does play himself down quite a bit. I agree.
Next question from Lisandro Alarcon.
We have another one in the press conference. Lord Max.
Hello, my question is for Tacolisha. And hey, the team. What is the expectations from the team and in these first champions? And what do you think of the group that you have been drawn?
Okay, we have a tough group, and there are pretty good teams and different playstyles.
Okay.
And the expectation, we are trying to not make some great expectation. You try to enjoy the event just step by step and play against we got on our face.
Thank you and good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next question comes from Valorant Spike Bruce. This is for Ben Kai. Which team do you think is the most threatening opponent in the group stage?
Is this specific to my group or in general?
You could say for both.
For my group, I would say Leviatán. Just because judging by their performance last event, I think they're easily probably the second next best contender that we see could give us a hard time in groups. And it's a bit hard to say for the entire thing because I'll just be picking out the team that had the best performance last event, which is FPX. So I'm excited to see how FPX re-innovates themselves from coming in from the last event and whether other teams are going to be able to pick up on that.
Thank you. Next question also to Ben Kai from Juked. How does it feel putting Southeast Asia on the stage and giving Singaporean and Indonesian players such a great amount of recognition?
Ooh, it's definitely an honor to be able to just bring the APAC region to the front stage for the first time, and just to show everyone else that it's possible. It's actually something that you can achieve in our regions, because having this as a profession, it's a bit looked down upon in especially where I come from, Singapore.
Oh,
so
that's sad.
Getting those results meant that I was showing people back home that what I'm doing is actually possible. So
that's pretty sad.
Next question from Sons of KS Latam.
Singapore is very education oriented. Oh,
Just
I
about.
I see.
Okay. This question is for Tacolilla from Leviatán. And at every opportunity, Leviatán and crew gives out good results. How do you feel the groups and each team, and which team can be complicated for you?
Which team is complicated for us on our group? Okay. The three teams we had on our group, it's they have a really good, nice players. They have a really nice individual talent, and they team play and play styles. They are pretty different, and each team has his own play style. And I don't know. I mean, when I say it's a tough group, it's because I think the three teams are really, really good, and that's it. I just want to play and really, really enjoy this tournament because it's gonna be a nice experience to me and for my team.
Thank you very much, and good luck with the all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question goes to Boaster from BFTV. Do you have time to see Istanbul? What do you like most in the city?
Yeah, we had some time because we came early, and we kind of took a tour of a part of it. It used to be a kind of horse racing area in the kind of Roman Empire era. So that was quite cool seeing all the kind of I think it was like there was the Egyptian pillar thing. Yeah, very good. I learned a lot that tour guide, that's for sure. There was also some Greek stone that was kind of like entwined and then looked kind of snaky. So yeah, it was really nice. I did end up getting severely sunburned. I guess you could call it a typical white tourist in a really hot country. I did wear sun cream, but not enough. I haven't been outside in 3 years. I didn't know what sunbathing was until here. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's lovely. I mean, it can be a bit too hot for me. My balls start never mind. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it is nice. Yeah,
Excuse me?
very nice service. The people are very friendly.
Okay, the sandwich is actually pretty good, but it is drying out my mouth a little bit.
Sorry, I should put more sauce actually. You want more sauce?
More sauce?
Not too late. I have
You can
tomato, basil, truffle mayo, and pesto.
Oh,
and he's chef too. Yeah, he is.
You got the whole recipe.
Yeah, I have everything.
What's your personal favorite? Like, what's your go-to?
I like pesto.
Yeah. We're now the press conference, not any of the people online.
Very fascinating. Next question comes from Esporin.
Hi, Blackheart.
Hi. This is Ege from Esporin, a Turkish media. So I will naturally be asking a question for Boaster. I actually really wonder how playing in a LAN tournament in Istanbul will affect you, because it's homeland of Alpha, of course, and you will see fans cheering for you in the group stage and in the playoffs because Turkish fans love you, they love Alpha, and they will cheer for you. How do you think it's going to affect your performance?
So I think it's going to increase our performance. I've already equipped the Red Dragon Vandal, so I know it's all over for my opponents right now. Headshots are going to be coming in because I'm activating that Turkish aim. But I'd say, yeah, I think there's no, like I said earlier, there's no pressure. Like, we've been to a few tournaments now and we haven't won any of them. So like, I mean, what's another loss to add to that belt? So I'd say that, yeah, no pressure. I'm just going to try my best. And I think we're going to enjoy the moment. And if we do get to the playoffs, which is where the crowd starts flooding in, then I hope that we can last more than one game. So then Althea and like us can really experience what it's like to have a giant crowd kind of like rooting for us. I imagine they're rooting for us. We do have a Turkish player. So, but yeah, it will be kind of, I think it will be a real kind of amazing experience. So like I said, I'm just going to take it game by game. So 100 Thieves first, and hopefully see you at the event.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from Bautista at chemarble.ok for Boaster. Besides the recent buffs of Brimstone and the increase of his presence in the meta, you're still playing more Omen and Astra. In your criterion, what makes those two characters a better choice at the time of playing?
I think it was because after Iceland, we saw the impact of Astra from Sugar Zero or Sugar Hero. And so Coach Mini was like, maybe you should test out Astra still. She might still be viable. And then I was like, all right, I'll test her. So then we played the whole season, me on Astra and kind of like Omen as well, because Brimstone's only viable on a few maps, I'd say, like Fracture, Bind, and I think that might be it, unless I'm missing a map. I know that OpTic did run him on Icebox in that kind of comp, that cringe comp. No, I'm joking. That's it. Throwback. So yeah, I think who knows what I'm going to be running. I think I can play all thick agents. So I got Omen down and dirty, and I've got Brimstone too. But I also quite like playing Astra as well. And I love playing Viper, but I only get to play on one map. So and that map normally gets vetoed nowadays. So
yeah,
I guess I'll never see that map again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like kind of what I said then. Yeah. Who knows? You might see the Mali coming in again.
Yeah, but we can see the Auper Astra too.
Oh yeah, yeah. No armor. Oh, desperation play that was. What do we do? I don't know. I'm dying all.
New mid.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next question comes from Level Up for Takolia. What are your thoughts about the level shown so far during these practice days by Leviatán and the other teams? And how smoothly has your preparation been as a team?
Okay, in these days, we have a lot of practice, and it has been good and bad practice, and a lot of learn and things to change and improve. And my thoughts is that the teams are really like equals or levels. I don't think it's like one team weak and one team like really strong. We play against a lot of teams, and I can say like it's gonna be a nice chance and good tournament because the level is like equilibrated, and I'm just excited about what's going on this tournament.
Thank you. Next question comes from Jinx Esports TV.
Hello everyone, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So my question is for Boaster. Now that Pearl will be included in Valorant Champions, how will it affect the overall meta, and are you ready for the map? Also, how much do you think the map will be picked up?
Yeah, I'd say I like Pearl. I think it's a common occurrence that Fnatic, whenever new maps come out, we seem to be all right at them.
I can't ask a question
hopefully
yet
this is
because I
other
need
than
to
Breeze
change
actually,
my,
but hopefully
my name.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is the case where we're good at Pearl as well. It's hard to say if teams are going to be picking it, and it's hard to kind of see if teams are how good they are because it's so new, and we haven't. No one at this level, other than a few NA games, I guess, have really kind of shown what's going on that map. In the kind of meta of that map. So yeah, it's kind of cool that we get to play a new map potentially. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I think teams will pick it. I don't know if it'll be any team's kind of first pick. They got to have massive
he wants to say balls
massive
again.
bravery to
he wants to say balls
that,
again
that's
so
for sure.
bad.
Great, thank you so much, and good luck, everyone.
He wanted to say it so bad.
Thank you. Next question from Juked for Ye. What's the next type of agent you'd like to see come to the game?
That's a tough one, to be honest with you. Maybe
another chamber.
I would say probably a new controller. I think we're
boring.
probably overdue for a new controller for quite some time, and I think that'd be pretty interesting to see. Or maybe even like a
Sentinel,
some form of agent that disrupts maybe abilities even more so than KO or prevents them in some way. That might be pretty interesting.
In the style of a corgi. That's what I'd like.
Awesome. Next question from Desk Gamers.
Hello guys, how are you? My question is actually open to everyone. Last Masters, we saw teams complaining about the schedules and the times they didn't got to practice between each events. So are you guys happy with the formatting this time around and the times and the schedule which you were given, as I think most of the teams were given the same equal amount of time?
Anyone? Any takers?
I'd say so, but I think it is a little bit rough for the people coming from LCQ. But I do like the fact there was a little bit more time because at least my personal experience after Iceland, we had like a week before we had to start qualifying for Copenhagen. So that was a little bit rough, especially when there was a bunch of meta shifts, there was a new agent, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So I am happy that they gave like a little bit more time, but I don't think the LCQ guys unfortunately got a lot of time.
I guess that's a punishment for being LCQ.
There you go.
True.
Maybe,
True.
I guess.
Thank you. Next and last question. Actually, no. Second to last question will come from Alan.
Hey guys, it's Mel again. Yeah, so so this is a question for you because I think among these 4 people, you are probably the chamber main. So yeah, so this is the post chamber nerf meta. So
Hi,
do you
Jess.
think it really
I know you're
influences your
watching.
play styles, and how much would you think it influenced you? And are we possible to see you choose another agent besides chamber this champion? Thank you.
Yeah, I see you, Jess. Thank you.
I mean, the nerf definitely did a few things, but for the most part, in my experience, it hasn't changed really much how I play it too much. I think you get a little less consistent value out of it because you get stuff a little bit less frequently, and you can't play in all these different angles, but you still can do a lot of the same things you can already. So there might be more nerfs needed, but who's to say? And in terms of will I be playing another agent? Well, yeah, I guess you'll find out. And also, it's not up to me to decide, really, anyways.
The answer is no. It's a short answer.
Thank you anyway.
No.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last question will come from
Chamber's still
Dot
broken,
Esports.
bro.
Hi, this question is also for Ye.
Scott!
OpTic has been sort of a consistent presence throughout both international tournaments this year, obviously winning Reykjavik, finishing top 4 in Copenhagen, but it has been a bit of a struggle for the other North American teams, including Exet, who are here champions. How do you see the other teams from the region? How do you see them avoiding another falling short again?
It's hard to say, to be honest with you, because I think one of the things that makes us really successful is we have a lot of individual skill and also a lot of experience on the stage that a lot of other teams don't have. And I think for the teams that are coming from like North America, they don't have that same experience. So when they're out of their homes and they're not in their natural like playing environment, and then you throw them into like a, here you're at the international tournament and you're playing on completely different setup and all
Players
that.
will be rotated in and out.
Causes them
This
probably
isn't the only
to
one.
struggle a little bit more. So I think maybe if NA teams want to get better is they continue to qualify for these tournaments, keep gaining that valuable experience, also learn from the teams that are here and go from there. And maybe even some better coaching staff that have experience on stages and other games potentially, or even in Valorant would also be a benefit.
Shout
So,
out,
we'll
chat.
see.
My guy.
Thank you. And final question goes to Taco Leah from Level Up. What do you feel will be different from champions and the previous masters in terms of performance and results?
Thank you, Karis.
For us, it's a big difference. Is like we don't start now on playoffs. We have to play all the games, and it must be interesting. I don't know. It's like a tricky question because I don't know. I don't have too much expectations and don't know too much about the future. And I just want to really enjoy the moment. It's what I'm focusing on. And like performance, it can be like I always want to be and try to be consistent with my performance, but it's hard to like decide. I just gotta play to know what's gonna happen.
Thank you very much. So this concludes the first press conference. Please stand by for the next press conference, which will begin shortly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank you
you,
for the
everyone.
sandwich, Benkai.
Thank you, everyone.
The sandwiches.
I appreciate it.
All right. There we go. There is the first press conference down. There will be more press conferences. I need to quickly change my name because I don't work for Upcomer anymore. That's why I couldn't